Hello friends, my name is Aditya Maheshwari and I would be talking about how to prepare for Information System Control and Audit. It's popularly known as ISCA. I would be talking about mainly three broad areas, that is one, general aspect of ISCA examination, that is ISCA paper. Second, how to prepare for ISCA in general, and how to prepare for ISCA on the day before examination, or we can say how to revise maybe before examination. Let's come to point number one, that is general aspect of ISCA. This is not one of the regular area for the chartered accountancy course, as it is not related to taxation law, not related to accountancy, even not related to finance, but this is the information technology subject. So that's why students require some amount of basic knowledge about information technology. Each student has got basic knowledge of information technology, then preparation become easy. If a student is not very comfortable with information technology concept, then the preparation becomes slightly tricky. For preparing, obviously need to look at the examination paper. How the examination paper, that's why examination paper is mainly 7 questions. 7 broad level questions to be answered, and each question got multiple part, obviously. And first question is compulsory in the current schemes of the examination, and that is 20 marks generally, a practical question. So far trend is it's a this practical, but generally when I was gone through syllabus are nicely and covered most of the topic that even based of the theory knowledge also. Is the student able to answer the first question, whereas another 6 7 question student get a choice that out of remaining is given 6 7. The student supposed to answer 5 to 6 questions respectively. So far the trend is a lot of questions are new questions because it is a huge syllabus which is given in the ISCA examination, and syllabus start right with definition of information technology, various type of emerging technology, information system including various type of business application aspects in chapter 2. When we talk about chapter 3, it's about of protection of information system and user controls, known as also access controls. Chapter 4 is about business continuity planning and disaster recovery planning, including business continuity management and various type of backup technology. Chapter 5 is about implementation of information technology system, develop life cycles, and auditor roles in system development life cycle. When we talk about chapter 6, it is covered. It is nicely covered information system audit and general controls and application controls. In chapter 7, regulatory issues of information technology include offense under Information Technology Act with electronic governance like digital signatures and all things are very nicely covered. In chapter 8, it's all about new emerging technology like cloud computing, mobile computing, grid computing, and Web 3.0. That is popularly increasing current market like social media plus networking plus user generated content plus read only basic generated content is including in this chapter. So it's covered length and breadth of information technology. That's where not many questions come to in terms of repetitive questions. There are a few questions which are repeated, but every exam has got most of questions which are asked for the first time, because still so many questions are there in this syllabus which are not asked at all in the examination, because the syllabus is not very old. That's why there are still lots of questions which are still not asked, and there is still scope those questions being asked. That's why going through the past year questions papers, suggested answers, and various other material which a student generally use may become maybe some help out, but not of the total help, because that will be cover only part of those questions which may came into the previous examinations or may came in this in next examination. Most of the question may be the first time question in the examination. Reading through the full book of its voluminous content, reading through it, everything, it's a good read in terms of having good understanding, but generally student may be left topics slightly confused. One student does reading. What is the student requires is having obviously one reading study materials, but along with that some other strategies as well, as so that what is there in the study materials can be first of all understood, and second thing it is can be acknowledged that divide into logical segments, and the student is able to get core part of the knowledge for the examinations purpose. So this is general aspect of the examination, how to prepare for ISCA. So as I told you, this is a voluminous study material, and reading that study material multiple times may not be practical feasible, even that a student also supposed to study other subjects respectively. So that's why preparation of very good notes or going for some notes which are freely available in the various form, having some of the notes which is likely into where study material is summarized in a nice manner is very important. If you are not really good in preparing notes, then try to those notes from some of the free forums of some of the paid notes as well. You can even try video notes from the that is available on YouTube. YouTube, you can go for those notes. Also try to help something known as just of all the points, because that is what is expected in the examination, to write all the points are given in your study material. So try to have first of all notes, so that you can revise based on the notes and not go through the study material again and again. Also try to have something like only the listing of point for a quick revision, so you can use that before a day of examination. That approach will make your revision easier and faster, and that is what preparation should be done. As the last part, day before the examination. So if you've done right everything so far, that is, you understand general aspect very well and you prepared ISKA and summarizing notes like I told you earlier in this video, then the day before examination should be quite relaxed day for you, because you would understand most of part of it and just going through the points portion of the notes, that is the smallest quantum of the notes, you would be able to recollect and revise everything in the ISKA study materials. So you could be very relaxed the day before examinations, just go through the points part from your study materials, and you would be ready to tackle the examination very easily. Last thing is, ISKA is very conceptual paper, and as opposed to the common understanding that it is a theory paper, no, this is not the most, this is the one of the most practical paper. If whatever is written in the study material is the most part of practically done by the consulting community, or we can say by the professional around the globe, and most of topic are globally in nature. So that's why the try conceptually and practically understand the topic, because each of things are practically done in the real world, and that's why preparation become very easy. So I hope this video will help you to preparing for the ISKA and scoring, just not about the passing. Preparing well, this one is of the subject which is actually can earn scoring marks for you. So all the best for your examination. Goodbye.